Before we talk about Liverpool, I want to talk about VAR because yesterday they said that Wolves decided to basically say, no, we don't want this no more.
Pick up Wolves.
Shout out Wolves.
Pick up Wolves.
Shout out
And they said, we don't want this no more. We're going to take it to a vote.
What are you lot saying?
Yeah.
Hey, who's with me?
Who's
what,
with me?
none of you?
Well,
Shut up.
well, here's the thing. So it has to be out of 20 clubs, 14 of those clubs all have to agree, which is going to be interesting to see who doesn't vote for it. And even if all 20 do, the Premier League can still override it and basically say,
We've got a democracy that we're not going to listen to.
It will put pressure. I need a laptop charger. It will put pressure on... obviously on the Premier League, if there is over 14 votes, which hopefully there will be.
They don't care,
so
I
wanted all of us. You can have this. I'll just chill. Write down the things that are wrong with VAR.
How long you got?
Loads.
And the things that are right
space.
with VAR. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a bit more simple. It's a bit more techie though.
Do you know what?
Yes
Shout out
no.
Matisse, because we've kind of, without saying it,
Bald
we've
refs.
both gone for the
Bald
same.
Muppets who use it.
So
Justice
VAR
for
is fine.
All you
It's the
do.
bold Muppets that use it. Hashtag justice
right.
for Diaz.
Let's
All the
go
lines.
round one by one with decorum. AGT, kick us off. Go on.
So like
State your case.
VAR as a concept, as a tool, I think is fantastic.
Correct, yeah.
Right? Especially knowing that the semi-automateds are coming in next year, we can all sleep a bit easier and there won't be any madnesses, hopefully, touch wood, like there was with Diaz at Spurs. But so VAR is great. I like it. However, it's the bold Muppets who use the VAR
the bold Muppets.
technology. And they're the problem. And without even telling my brother Matisse... He's also gone for bold refs because as two teams we've been.
What about refs
affected
that
by
have?
bold
They've
refs.
got hair, they're still
what if
fucking
they
up.
We
have
don't
hair?
lose. Exactly. If they've got hair, we don't lose them, babes.
Michael Oliver
70% of the matches
12
that we
guys.
lost. Simon
People
with no
Hooper,
hair.
Simon
People.
Hooper, Paul Tierney,
Paul Tierney's a
Anthony
big
Taylor.
one.
They're the
No,
three
there's
main
one more.
culprits.
There's one more.
They
Michael
did
Oliver's
like-
rubbish as well.
And
He's
he's
got
got
hair.
hair.
Craig
but,
Pawson's
but-
crap.
Got hair.
But specifically for Liverpool, 70% of the games that
Batley,
Klopp has
sorry.
lost.
This was
You
meant to be a
asked me.
general
You
debate,
asked me.
not just
David
Batley.
Coote though.
They've been bold
You don't
refs.
like him?
But he's a VAR
Coote?
sausage. He's not. But again, he's got a lot to blame. He didn't give Pickford a red card when he snapped Van Dijk.
Okay,
for-
Whistle
Mark,
had gone, mate.
you've also gone bald refs.
Oh, so I can just shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
Whistle went, mate. No jail. No jail for you.
Would you like to elaborate on the bald ref situation?
Bald refs
knows,
tend to be older
You don't know.
because
Okay.
their hair's fallen out, and I think the young refs can be saved. The refs with hair follicles can be saved if we bring in referees from other countries
great
with
shout.
higher standards,
With hair
especially
follicles.
with Champions League experience. And then they will teach the referees with hair follicles how to referee games.
I think it's a bit harsh. You for hair.
So now we have to get rid of some of them. Some of them there has to be some
What if they haven't
repercussions.
got a hair transplant?
Well,
They might be
then-
self-conscious
Mark
about their hair.
Plattenberg did.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? It was
but
bold
yeah,
one week.
the main problem
right,
for me
Rennie
is
was
that
Marouane Fellaini.
obviously they want to protect each other a lot. They don't want to send each other to the screen.
True.
So I don't
That-
think it's the
that's
technology. I
disgusting.
think it's the actual guys that are
Implement-
using it. Yeah,
implementation
the
of it.
implementation. Like if the VAR is there, use it correctly. Actually send your referees to the screen. Don't be afraid to embarrass them if the decision that they made is wrong.
Just because they're your mate.
Yeah, just because they're your mate.
And you had a curry
Yeah.
after the game.
Yeah.
Stop hanging out
We
together
want
outside of
the
work.
right result, not the easy result to give. So yeah.
Okay, Seth?
My thing is
we
there's
got?
human errors kind of at the top there because, I'll go back to drawing the lines. That's at the bottom here. Draw the lines. I think it's very simple. I know we've got the automated system coming in next season, which is a relief. I think that's that's a good thing to bring in. It's just more the human error that really frustrates me. And I think nowadays even games are actually reffed, I still think, by the VAR room anyway. I feel like
agree.
before decisions have happened, they're already telling them like, oh, you might have just missed that and
Good
let me just check
process,
over
lads.
it. I think that's what they're
When
doing.
you hear it in the earpieces, and it's actually like so much for them to take in while he's trying to.
While he's trying to watch the game.
Yeah.
I actually don't think they ref. I think it's people in the VAR room controlling. I think that just needs to have a better process that we kind of mentioned there. It's not as simple as just saying get rid of VAR, keep it. I think football was better before it, but we're not going to go backwards. I think it will stay. But again, it's the human error and also goal line technology or line technology around the whole pitch because we suffered from that against Newcastle.
But the ball was in.
Flex. Next.
Mine's simple. Mine's inclusive of everyone. Just all who are using it. That's the issue.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
All
That's
using
not
it.
an
They're
incentive.
all using
That's
it.
confusing.
All
Yeah.
20 clubs do use it.
No, the people who are do the VAR.
What?
In the trucks. They're the people who are actually controlling VAR, who got to
Right.
use the technology to come to the decisions. They're all the problems. All using it.
The whole of VAR is the problem. Okay,
Yeah.
Including the bold ones as well.
But also,
that's
we
what I'm
need.
saying,
But
including-
He's not
an extra point.
discriminating.
I'm not discriminating.
We need
hair.
people specifically trained on VAR. I
what
don't
I
want
mean.
to see referees going
is
into
what
the
I mean.
VAR like they're clocking in for a shift on the grocery instead of doing the fucking tills. Like,
Some of
I
them
need
haven't-
someone.
Some of them
I
have
need-
never played football, though, Matisse. So
I need-
that means no. But I think they need to have some, like, some
Formal-
understanding of
schooling.
football. Like,
Yeah.
of
Is there a
actual, like,
university
100%
degree that could be?
Yeah, but do you know what happens though? If
you have to
people
play
do the
the
whole like
game.
you would play the game, then you're gonna
Then
get.
we shouldn't be sat around
You're gonna
it,
get someone like fucking
Someone
Steven
biased.
Gerrard on
Yeah.
the fucking thing
On the Man
because he's
United
been at the
game.
top. And then you're gonna go nah, he's Liverpool. Or you're gonna get someone who's Everton. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
Do you know
Tony
what?
Hibbert
Do you know what
on
I think? I think the
on
best,
VAR.
the best
Step
solution
over
on
King.
it would be people that are
Kevin
totally
Kilbannon.
impartial. But everyone is
Gillespie.
partial, right?
Yeah.
So even as a referee, you know, we could sit here and say Michael Oliver is meant to be impartial, but he's a Newcastle fan. So
Pictured in a
But
pub
do you know
with a
what though? Do you know
Newcastle
what?
shirt as well.
The problem
you're
is
meant
with
to
football.
put it to the side.
But the problem is with
You
football
can't grow
is
up and not
everybody
support a club, though.
Everybody, like, especially if you work in football. Of
course, you have an
like. I don't
allegiance.
think we can.
We need to
hold
find a
that-
Grimsby fan.
No, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Well, what's his name
Shrimps.
supported? What's Mike Dean supported who again?
Mike
Tranmere,
Dean,
not Tranmere. Is it Tranmere?
Yeah,
innit?
Tranmere.
Yeah.
And he's
Who
fully in there
Tranmere
raving.
again?
But like,
Yeah.
so we're like, oh, but because Tranmere are in like League 2 or whatever, he
irrelevant.
refs in the Premier.
But he might actually
But
just hate
like, you
Liverpool
can't.
just
I don't
because.
think we should look at it like that because there's always going to be someone who has a story who supports.
Absolutely,
someone.
but then also the problem isn't just that part of the maybe there's a bit of bias, which I think that there isn't in referee culture. I actually think there isn't that much bias.
Just
But
it's incompetence.
what I
It's clear
think
and
there
obvious
is,
that there
what I
is
think there
incompetence.
is friendship bias, right? That's my biggest problem. That
Still
we've
bias,
seen
yeah.
it on. Well, they don't always release the audio, but on some things, you know, there was an interview that I think it was Mike Dean that he did and said, you know, if
He made it worse.
they don't want to make a situation worse, if a ref's already having a stinker of a game
That's the
and
worst.
he's
Disgusting.
missed something out,
Awful.
then they'll try and cover it.
Bold.
Which look is really nice to do if it's your mate.
Mike
But
Dean
in
was the main man
terms-
as well.
In terms of the game. That's the problem. You can't be covering up because he's your mate and you don't want him to get any more penalties because he's already having that. That's the problem. There's too much still individual input into VAR. It should be clear and obvious. At the start, I mean, I thought at the beginning it should be the attacker gets the advantage of it.
benefit of the
I
doubt,
don't
yeah.
think you should rule a goal out if it's a toenail. You know,
They're looking
this
to
is-
change that as well.
But
but they
Change that,
should
but-
be, and they have made changes. Obviously, it's gone along. I remember a penalty that was given against Eric Dyer during COVID right at the end with Newcastle, and they ended up winning the game. Or maybe they drew the game, but either way, and it got changed. It wasn't a penalty. Even, you know, there's plenty of things that we've all had, but it needs to be clear and obvious, and it shouldn't have someone putting their own input into a decision. It should be, this is the rules, this is the rule book, that's that. Like very.
Do you know what I'd like to see though, just for a bit of fun?
Because then everyone's on the same page.
We need a
in
robot.
the VAR room, right? You've got David Coote. He's in this little booth or whatever. On his right shoulder, you've got one fan from the home team. On his left shoulder, one fan from the away team.
Oh my
they both get 15 seconds
To argue
make
the
their
case.
case.
to argue their
Basically,
case.
fan zone in the VAR room.
Basically
What
that.
they used to have on
Essentially
Sky,
that.
they
It's
used to have
genius.
they used to- Yeah, that was
Two
it,
fans going out, yeah.
So he
that
goes,
was it.
Wicked.
Classic. Throwback. No, get him off, mate. It's fair enough, right? They're happy.
Okay,
They both
It
agree.
needs to be
Red
robots,
card.
man.
What-
We just said
what-
they
No,
can't
then they'll
support a
argue
team, but
about
they
who
can't have
fought
friends.
No,
AI.
15 seconds, bro. That's
you shouldn't be doing your friend's job. Like, okay, we might all sit there. Let's say that, you know, you had a stinker on something,
Right.
AGT.
Why
I wouldn't-
me?
I'm just, you're in my island.
She talking about the promo.
Yeah, promo.
Can't be.
You said it, not me.
Turned out great.
But you know, you wouldn't then be like, okay, you'd have to put it to the side if it's a massive decision that's on field and someone's made the wrong call. Like, you can't have friends in that. But would it help? Because in rugby, this works really well. The communication is also very key here with giving it back to the crowd and letting the crowd know what's going on. We don't want the 5-minute waiting times for a decision for something that is like less than an inch or a millimetre offside. Do you think if the refs were mic'd up and they were relaying the process
They wouldn't be
to
able
the
to.
crowd? But
Too
why?
many swear words.
Well, in rugby,
In rugby,
why?
yes, sir. Hello, that's fine. No problem. I'll take the penalty.
Yeah, but the
Oh, hey, but
Yeah, but the conversation,
There's 7-year-olds watching me.
The conversation is between the officials.
No, do
and
you know what?
Stockley
No, I
Park
don't think it
and the
works.
referee.
It
Why
won't
not?
work because they're not competent enough to get it right. So it's even
Hold
worse.
tight,
They're going to
flex.
broadcast their
Their mistakes.
That's wrong.
Exposing
Imagine that
themselves.
came out through the tannoys.
I know,
yeah?
but-
Sausages.
Through, in the Spurs
Oh,
thing.
shit, I've got
and the
that wrong.
Liverpool fans heard them go,
Good process,
hang on,
lads.
are you happy with that? Yeah, decision's no goal. Yeah, but we gave onside. Shit, stop the game.
And they did say that, yeah,
Can't,
yeah,
can't,
yeah,
can't
yeah,
mate,
yeah.
can't mate, sorry. live at Spurs. Them scouts
Okay,
run
so
on the
then,
pitch.
right, so then let's put it this
true.
way.
Why?
Because the mistakes will be
They're
broadcast for everyone.
Even the Brentford one, so let's go to Arsenal. But like, it's a goal. I forgot to draw the lines. Imagine.
Them ultras are blacked out behind the
I'm
goal.
not gonna
with the
lie.
flag.
That's when fans will actually start raiding
I
the
forgot
pitch.
to draw the
Okay, so all right, so
Imagine, that's when fans will
if
start
we're,
raiding the
we're
pitch.
not on board with the
That's when they
mics
start
up
raiding.
because
Football's too volatile.
football's too volatile for that. Okay,
Referee's
so
getting rushed.
I'm assuming.
Forgot to draw the fucking lines. Are you taking a piss? You forgot to draw the fucking lines.
Let me chat to you.
Are you fucking dumb?
Come to the.
Are you dumb?
We're so demonetised today. I can't even. We are.
Man like that in Stonies would be running on the pitch, bro.
That's literally what.
But bro, here's the thing. It's not even the referee draws the line. Man would have to run to Stockley Park.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting tubes, trains, buses, coaches from the ground to Stockley Park. Because it's
And
not
when
even
you
the
get
referee
there,
does it.
hella security outside. Can't get in.
Okay, right. So
can't.
we're
We
not
can't
doing
do
that
that.
because we're clearly not as mature as rugby fans are. So we can't do that.
Because they don't get,
We
they
have
don't get
massively
smashed at 9
demonetised
a.m.
this
to go
whole
and watch
video.
them. We
Massively
do.
demonetised. So please smash
Everyone's
the
a
like button because we
hooligan,
need to
man.
make some money. So please do like
Hooligans-
smash the like
There's
button.
no
lost the
hooligans
table.
in tennis or
I
rugby,
always
is
lose them.
there?
They just go on a tangent.
You never get hooligans at tennis or rugby, do you?
No,
No,
it's obviously
it's not that.
football.
And
It's
golf.
See a
obviously
Federer fan on
cricket.
site. Like,
Give it
I'm gonna
in.
do him in.
true.
Okay,
No,
well,
mate.
Might get heckled at
I
this.
assume the whole table is VAR out.
No, that's
No,
not what I said.
no,
VAR in,
it's gonna
but
stay as
less
well.
bold
So if you
Muppets
had to
using it.
vote in this thing that
I'll
was
just get
called
rid
a
of it.
referendum
Would
on
you?
VAR,
Yeah. But the question's wrong.
Are you in or out with VAR?
I'm in, but the question's wrong.
Okay,
I'm in,
in-
but there
In
needs to be
with, in with
changes.
VAR, out with people.
In or out?
Yeah, it needs little.
I
In or
robot.
out?
Get rid of it. Just keep the goal line.
I
technology,
actually
that's it.
thought it would. I thought all of
And
us would be
automated
more
systems,
that.
get rid of it.
I'm on the same
Yeah.
wavelength as
And
Fletch.
automated
So wait,
things, alright.
goal line
Automated,
technology and
automated.
automated
Yeah,
offside.
that's it. Done.
That's all
That's
I
it.
want. That's all personally. That's all I want in the
also,
game.
I'm on the
That's
exact
actually
same
what I want.
wavelength. That's what I want.
Alright,
That's
I'll
all.
take
That's
that.
what I would have.
And let the rest referee the game.
Absolutely, because the standard of refereeing since VAR's come in has actually got a lot worse because they're now too dependent
Yeah.
on VAR fixing their mistakes or pointing things out to them.
They're not officiating the game.
They're not.
Every
They're
throwing that
not.
happens, they go,
It is,
wait, I need to check
They're
with someone
not-
where I've actually learned how to play the game.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell me what happened
They're,
and what I
they're
saw.
not officiating it
ridiculous.
how they should do.
ridiculous.
So for me, and
Law
also like
18.
the spontaneity of the game, celebrating a goal, it's gone.
Sorry.
And I think if you think back, yes, there was things like the odd offside that call might be wrong or something.
The Rodri
but
handball.
over the course of a season, I did think it balanced itself out. Probably like there's something we talk about VAR probably every single week.
Exactly.
And I don't think we used to talk about refereeing decisions every single week. And if we do, we're still talking about refereeing decisions now and VAR.
So you might as well do it where they don't have the help.
Yeah.
Because if they've got help and it's still
they're
just
still
as
getting-
bad,
if not worse.
then you might as well just take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of the people.
You
AI.
robots. What's wrong with you?
What, can they be bald robots?
What works
or
at
not?
Tesco? You not see self scans?
Yeah,
Quick.
most robots are, to be honest.
Yeah, but then, hang on, what happens when it don't read the weight?
You got to have
And then
someone
you got to have
come
someone come over and
Yeah,
fix
so
it
we
for
can
you.
have someone on the fourth
Malfunction.
official.
Wants to be a
The fourth
millionaire.
official.
Oh,
The fourth official.
Fastest
Come
finger
on.
first.